What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title, I am bringing you guys a very classic look with my updated wing tutorial. Also in this video, I will be using products that I was sent from Influencer for review. These were complimentary. However, my opinions are my own and I am not at all influenced by getting free shit. So again, this is by Influencer. This is their salon-centric pro beauty box. This box was sent only to professionals in cosmetology. So cosmetologists, nails, hair, skin. Anyways, so again, this is the SC Miracle Box, and SC is salon centric, which is actually a supplier that I use to purchase, like, you know, the products that I use in the salon. So it comes with a little coupon here, and then it has the list of all the products that came inside. I got quite a few products from Grande Cosmetics, which is used in this tutorial today. So just real quickly, I'll just kind of run through everything that came in the box, and you will see these products used in the actual tutorial. So I'll first show you the things that weren't used in this tutorial. They sent me the Pureology Serious Color Care. This is the Strength Cure Best Blonde Miracle Filler Treatment, and this is specifically made for blondes with any damage or like any, like, you know, holes in the hair. It's just basically made, it's almost like a leave-in conditioner. Next product here is by Strivectin. This is their Advanced Intensive Concentrate for wrinkles and stretch marks with Collagen X CE Complex. So this is just a cream that you can either apply to your face or to concentrated areas for stretch marks. So moving on to the products that I'm actually going to be using today, I will start with these guys, which is the Grande Brow Fill. Now these are tinted brow gels that have peptides and fibers in them. They gave me a light and a dark shade, and you'll see in the clip that it was a complete learning curve for me because this is not a product that I would typically use, but I figured it out in the end. I feel like my brows came out all right, but I'll let you guys check it out in the tutorial. And then also they sent the Grande Primer and Grande Mascara. The primer also has fibers in them, and it is white in color, just so you know. And then they have their Lash Boosting Mascara, which is just a black. And you'll also see that in the tutorial. So enough of my blabbing. Hope that you guys enjoyed the unboxing. Thanks again to Influencer for sending me these items for free. And let's just go on ahead and hop into the tutorial, okay? All right, you guys, let's go on ahead and get into it. So for foundation and primer, I am using the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer, and I'm using the Fenty Pro Filter. This is in the shade 250. I'm going to go on ahead and conceal now. So I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Creamy Beige. Alright, so we got some concealer covered, smothered, and everything. So let me go on ahead. I guess I'll go on ahead and set the rest of my face now. I'm going to use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in Medium Golden. Okay, so like I shared with you guys at the beginning of the video, I got the Influencer. This is the Pro Beauty Box by, well, it's hosted by Salon Centric. So I have never used anything by Grande before. And I've seen it around, mainly in the store that I shop for when I'm shopping for my salon. So again, this is the brow fill that we're gonna try out today. And this brow gel has peptides and fibers in it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these prepared to use. All right, it came in this little jar here, and again up top is the light and then we have the dark. Let's go ahead and start with the light and see what this looks like. All right, so when you open it up, it is on a doe foot applicator. I'm not going to use the doe foot obviously because I really have to work a little bit more to fill my brows. So I am going to apply with the brush that I normally use, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Angle Brow Brush with the spoolie on the end. I don't know the number, but I'm going to start off with the light to see how this works out here. Oh, actually, it's not a doe foot. It's a, all right, so it's like a brush. Huh. All right, so I'm not gonna use it as a brush yet. Maybe I'll brush it in last. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my brush. I'm gonna put this back away for a second, and I'm just gonna use my hand to kind of use it as a palette to press this in. Let's just see how this works. All right, so I'm feeling like this is not going to work well for me as a standalone product. So maybe I'll have to use it to like brush through my brows. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a pencil to kind of fill in the rest. But all right, so I'm kind of disappointed. I don't know how I didn't put together in my mind that this was an actual like setting gel. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Wet n Wild. This is the retractable brow pencil. So I'm going to use this to fill in my brows most of the way. I did get a good feel like on the front of this brow. So just to define, I'm going to use this. All right, so I got the brow kind of etched out the way I want it to be shaped. So now let's go in with, I want to use the darker shade. Since I already have the lighter shade laid down on this brow, let's try to use the darker one to see if that will fill in the rest of the spaces. All right, so it's not as defined as I would normally like it to be. Just gonna brush out the front a little bit. But it's not a bad product. We'll see how it looks once I complete the rest of the look. All right, so here are the brows. They're not as defined and as like crisp as I would like them to be, but I'm gonna just go ahead and roll with it. So let's go ahead and work on the eyes. Today, the look that I was going for was like really, really basic, classic look. So we're just gonna put a little bit of color in the crease and we're gonna wing it out today. All right, so I'm just using my Colored Rain. This is the Queen of Hearts palette. I'm gonna go into Air, which is this cream color here. All right, and just to deepen the crease up a little bit, we're gonna go into Royal Prerogative. Also gonna go into Royal Prerogative to smoke out my lash line a bit. just to add a little something on the brow bone, I'm going to go into crown. So today I'm using the Balm's Schwing eyeliner. It is like a felt tip liquid liner. I really like it because the handle is big enough. It's big enough, but it's not too big. It's nice and comfortable, so I can like really grip it really well and have some like steadiness to my grip. So the first thing that I do is I usually start from the middle and I just create my first dash of where I want it to be at its like you know, mid thickness, I guess, I don't know. So yeah, I just kind of etch it out. I add the first dot right in the middle because most of the time that's where all of the product lands anyways. So just to get a little bit of the product off of the felt tip, I go in the middle first rather than starting at the beginning. So then I create another dot, or not a dot, but like I'm almost connecting the dashes. So create another dash and I do my last dash as thin as possible. And I never take it all the way in, only because I kind of have, I guess you could say I have hooded lids. So it ends up bleeding and I don't like that bleeding look. So I kind of stop it like right where like the thickest point of my lashes begin. Not so much where it's like kind of sparse, if that makes sense. So now I am going to just kind of fill in where there may be some holes. And then I want to add an additional dash to the back there. So now we are going to build up our wing. And to build up our wing, I usually start with the bottom line and I draw from the very corner of my eye, and it depends on your eye shape, whether you want to go out a little further or you want to angle it up. That's totally preference. For me, I don't usually do like a really big, I don't usually do like a really big wing per se. So I kind of like to angle it right up towards the outer corner of my brow. So wherever my brow would normally, you know, kind of line up, I would angle it up towards that way, if that makes sense. And I just do a very faint line to begin, just in case, you know, I'm not able to get it exactly where I want it to be. I just re-dipped in the product here, just so I can get a nice bold black. So just kind of redraw that line, kind of flicking it out. And then not on the very edge, but like right before the edge. As you can see, I still have like a slight bit. I'm starting to draw to connect in the middle. And then you just fill it in. And then to perfect the wing, you go from the edge to connect, and then I go up underneath to get a nice sharp point. And from here you can, you know, smooth out any lines that you need to smooth out. And that is how I do my wing liner. For bronzer today, I am using the Morphe Debutante. For blush, I am going to use the Milani Rose d'Oro. For highlight, I am going to be using my favorite Fenty. This is Amin Money and Hustler Baby. I have loved this to death. Excuse my dog. All right, and for my lips, I'm going to use, this is Hexcellent by Wet n Wild. This is one of their liquid cat suits. This is a matte formula. All right, and now for the lashes. We are going to use the Grande Primer and the Grande Mascara. Both of these have, well, no, actually the The primer has fibers in them. So let's see how this works out. It looks like it is white in color. I'm not sure if this will dry down to a more clear coat, but this is what the wand looks like. It's like a rubbery type wand, very, very fine combs in them. They grab on very, very easily to my bottom lashes, which is actually pretty rare. My bottom lashes are very, very sparse, so I like that. So now I am going to go into the lash boosting mascara. They say apply it immediately after the primer, so I'm assuming you don't have to wait for it to dry. So this looks like just a traditional mascara wand. I can remember, this is so fucked up too, when I was in, I think I was in 7th grade, in my middle school, there was this teacher, and I remember her name, but I'm not going to say it because you just never know. But she would wear so much fucking mascara. And I remember one time she was being so mean to me that I said some shady shit about not wearing mascara that looks clumpy. Oh, I was so mean. And you know what was so crazy was I was so quiet, but like I would be thinking the most shady shit ever. And right now, this reminds me of her mascara. I don't like it at all. I'm definitely feeling like this product could definitely work for somebody who actually has, oh shit, who has a natural brow. I'm fucking up my brows. Who has naturally like more thick brows. At this point, I'm just making a fucking mess. This was somewhat of a disaster. There we go. So yeah, I can see how the Grande Brow Fill will work out for somebody who has naturally more full brows. However, for me, for somebody who would need to fill them in, I would fill them in first and then use this over top because I do kind of like the feathery look. This is my good brow. I like the feathery look that I got using it over top of a pre-filled brow. So don't hate this. I just feel like it was a bit of a learning curve. However, this combo, I'm not a fan of using the primer. I feel like the primer is what really made my lashes extremely clumpy and like spider leg like. I'm interested to see if I would enjoy this by itself. It just seemed to be like a real classic mascara. With mascaras, for the most part, you can't go wrong. Usually the issue lies with the actual applicator. So, and I'm not opposed to just the classic wand. So I'm gonna try this by itself maybe in my next video, and I will have a more informed, you know, review of this per se, but I know for a fact I'll probably go without the primer. But if you guys want to stay updated on the other products, definitely check out my Instagram, which is @ColorMeAsh. I will make sure I leave it on the screen so you guys can follow me there. And this is the completed look. But if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification as well so you can be updated every time I make a video. And if you guys have any requests, leave them down in the comments below and let me know if you guys are on Influencer so we can interact on that as well. And until the next time, I think I'm all done here, so peace.